He seems fine for now, but he... Outside, everyone. Doctor's orders.
Understood.
We should go too. Let's get back to Nanako-chan's room. So what's this thing we're missing, huh?
To tell the truth, there's something that's bothering me. Why did he start killing people in the first place?
Well, he said himself it was to save them, right? So, he killed his lover in order to save her and kept going?
The police speculated the first murder was related to the affair, but everything in his testimony and his bearing, no matter what, if he truly is twisted enough to believe that murder is a means of saving people, I think that...
Maybe he faked it, or maybe he started out with a normal motive and got a taste for killing after the first...
No, if that were the case, his motive for killing... Namatame and his wife were... Both Misuzu Hiragi and himself testified. Hiragi also knew about Yamano beforehand, and Namatame... Their relationship was known and was not strained to the point of murder. There's simply no motive in the affair. The police invested a great deal of it. Therefore, we have no convincing motive, although her name was written in Namatame.
It's still possible that he was crazy to begin with and no one realized, right?
Oh, this...
Hey, we could hear you in there. This is a hospital. Maybe you should quiet down a little. Please come with me.
Huh?
What are you waiting for?
What? Is this Teddy's world? This does... I remember that's... What?
Oh, Nanako-chan.
Huh? What did
you just say?
It's very rare to be resuscitated after, but until I know why she collapsed in the first place. Still, Nanako-chan's...
So this isn't a joke? You're actually...
Nanako-chan.
Miracles do happen. I didn't know what I was gonna do!
Come on!
You all should go home for the night. I'll speak with Doji. It's rather chilly outside. If it starts snowing, be...
I noticed he didn't come with...
You're right. That's weird. I figured he...
Oh yeah, he has a cell with him. Wait, I shouldn't use mine inside the hospital. I'll try calling him up once we're outside.
Oh. I forgot to tell you, you can't just meet with the suspect like that. And his wounds opened up a little, but he's treated... He'll be alright. Knowing him, by this time tomorrow, he'll be on his feet. Don't tell him I said that. Anyway, I heard not guys were being so dramatic that I got... But this is good news. She'll... By the way, you're all alone. Well, enjoy your freedom, Dojima-san and Nanako. Well, I bet you go home too, before it gets too late.
Couldn't save. I couldn't save. Why? Mayumi. And that girl too. I couldn't.
Huh? What's the matter? Feeling guilty all of a sudden? Sheesh.
I can't reach him. Did that stupid bear forget to charge the battery?
We took a quick look around the hospital, but there's no sign of him. I wonder where he went.
Oh, it's snow.
Hey, you're right. Wow, it doesn't look that pretty though because of...
I guess this makes it... Hey, Yosuke, if you find Teddy...
I know. Man, that Ted... I hope he just went back home by himself. He's probably fine. But I'll hurry home just in case. Well...
It's... Do not be alarmed. Now then, do you believe... The precise destination of... If we continue driving blindly, we... Well, why... It was for that, Margaret. We are experiencing the words engraved into your memory during your journey.
Failing to understand and failing to listen.
All right, let's go.
If we leave any
I'll think is hard.
Come on.
Right. Together.
And it seems you have comrades with you as well. Those heading in the same direction through this...
We'll be parked for the moment while I confirm...
As I mentioned previously, though there isn't much time left,
People are like water flowing in a river. Some travel fast. Some change their course.
The state of this... Perhaps this may be a time for contemplation.
Teddy's missing. I looked all over the neighborhood, but I couldn't find him anywhere. Yeah, me too. Rise and the others are checking inside the... We're meeting pretty soon.
It's no use, man. We can't find him.
No luck for me either. I didn't sense anything over there. The fog's so dense it might be affecting my readings. I wish I could do better.
Ted. We told him over and over that he... Yeah, he plays dumb a lot, but he's attached to us deep down. He wouldn't disappear without...
I'm worried for Teddy myself, but let's try. It won't be long before We must...
You know, I've been thinking about the case since, but something...
Let's quickly review the facts. Of all the victims, only 2 were killed. Miss Yamano the announcer, and Saki-san. From the documents we found in the car, we know Namatame had some sort of dealings with them. After that, there were multiple attempted murders. It was only when he took Nanako-chan that we caught him in the act. I
want to hear you put it like that.
As a result of Namatame's arrest...
Back up to yesterday. Remember when you said Namatame, that's what's bothering me?
Right. Either he's
You lost.
She's trying to say that if Namatame is sane...
Sane or insane? Sounds like a play.
When he talks about saving people, what does that actually mean? I don't think there's any doubt that it includes kidnapping people and throwing them into the TV.
Could he mean saving them through death? He did call himself a savior, and said that the other side is a wonder...
So they'll be saved if they die? What a bunch of crap! The bastard should have gone and saved himself. What do you think, Senpai? If you think about it normally, it's gotta be him. But
There's something I've been... When we first... You're the ones I saved. Don't worry. So, if he saves people, wouldn't he actually have...
You raise a good point. If he thinks that salvation... And another thing, the Namatame who appeared on the Midnight Channel said he failed to save Nanako.
Well, maybe he really was. Come on, don't get all quiet like that.
The possibility that he...
But he's still the one who threw in Saki-senpai and that announcer, right? Sure, we haven't nailed down his motives, but that doesn't... Or what? You think someone else was involved? Warning letter?
If Namatame's the killer, he must...
Let's review that. Yes, that...
Isn't that kinda odd?
yeah, and the will be put in and killed part doesn't make sense either. If the killer was writing it, wouldn't it be more like, I'll put in and kill?
Hey, could... Yeah, it's almost...
But only the killer would write... If some...
Dear God. Since this is such an unusual case, I was absolute...
So, Namatame really was trying to save...
Everything is exactly the opposite. In Namatame's parlance, failing would have been the first. If he had used his method twice and failed both times, he would hardly have continued using the TV. It all seems to suggest that...
So, it wasn't Namatame that killed Saki?
We can't. We urgently need... I have a plan. But there's no time to waste. Let's hurry to the hospital.
Hey, this place is off limits.
I'm a consultant. I'd like a few words with Namatame-san.
This is Unit 252, requesting confirmation on an ID. Name of Naoto Shirogane. Ah, understood. I said... Well, I can give you a few minutes, but I'll have to record your conversation with him for security purposes. Not that I expect you'll get anything coherent out of the guy. He's been spouting nothing but gibberish.
I'd like him to... He has no identification, but this is an emergency...
Huh? Detective...
I'll...
Well, I guess it's better... We have our hands full with the transport procedures, so the last thing we need is Detective Adachi is busy... This is you... There's something...
You should back up your colleague. A disturbance in a...
If anything happens, hit the nurse call button. I'll leave the rest to you.
Understood. Please be careful. I knew they were undermanned, but I didn't expect it to go this smoothly. What? There's nothing, so he...
All right, and now's our chance to talk to Namatame.
Namatame-san. It's tempting to think that you were the culprit behind this entire case. And to be honest, there are many in this town who hope that we are here to learn the truth.
Huh? No. If nobody say, that's why. They were like...
Then tell me if my estimation is... After discovering the Yamano and Konishi incidents, thus to save her from that fate, you couldn't let her be killed, so you threw her into the TV, and you repeated the process. His body is weak, but his mind is sound.
Yeah, but
There's another killer who murdered...
Indulge us in a few more questions.
I have no... What are you talking about? I did not... I never...
As
Did they find him?
Please calm down. We know about the other world. In fact, we're the only ones...
we did blame you, but now I think we can accept whatever you got to tell us.
Please tell us
You... Soon after my affair with Mayumi became common knowledge, I returned to my parents' home, and I started drinking heavily. I hadn't been able to reach Mayumi. She'd been disgraced on all the afternoon shows. I caused her so much trouble. I wanted to at least apologize. I lost the will, and then, one day, the rumor I heard some time ago came back to me. Since I had nothing better to do. And the Mayumi inside the TV. Mayumi? Mayumi! When I reached out, my arm disappeared into the... I was so shocked that I lost my balance. I was so scared. In the end, I decided to think of it as just a dream, and I went back to the city the next afternoon when I got to work. I was fired on the spot, as I expected. That wasn't what broke me, though. It was Mayumi being found dead. And not just that, but it had happened in my hometown. I was dumbstruck. But later on, I remember the image of Mayumi I'd seen that night. Was it not a dream? Could it really have been an SOS from Mayumi? I hadn't touched another TV because the first time was so terrifying, but I decided to try it again. And I confirmed. So that image, was it something Mayumi showed me, calling for help? That's how I felt.
And eventually...
I remembered that when Mayumi was alive, she was chasing a rumor about some bizarre TV program. I'd heard about it before, but I thought it was just an urban legend. But then the more I thought about it, soon after that, I'd lost my job, and I wanted to know the truth of Mayumi's death for myself. Then, she looked like she was calling. The first thing that came into my mind was...
And that was Saki-senpai.
I'd been following all the news about Mayumi, so I noticed right away that she was the girl who found Mayumi's body. And if my hunch was right, she'd be the next victim. I didn't want her to die, though, so I desperately kept watching. I was consumed with the idea of rescuing her. Then, little by little...
It became
How did you...
After I came back, my father couldn't bear to see me in such low spirits. I met that girl when I delivered a package. After agonizing over it, I decided to meet her. But that same night, she looked as if she was being engulfed by some black... That's why I warned her. Why won't she pick up the phone?
Come on.
The next day, I knew she was going to be murdered, but I couldn't save her. I blame myself. There was no one who depended on me. Mayumi was the only one who... But she was murdered. I was beside myself.
You really...
Yes. Before I was married, my wife made it big in show business. I was happy for her, but it put a strain on our relationship.
I think I can kind of relate.
It was around that time when I met Mayumi. She was interviewing our candidate for the next election. She was a big-name announcer, but she only worked with local stations, and her attitude towards work was similar to mine. We both came from Inaba, so she was easy to talk to. I knew it was wrong, but I couldn't help getting intimate with her. She gave meaning to my life. Soon after Saki-san was found dead, yet another girl appeared on TV. That. She'll be kidnapped. I can't let her end up like Mayumi and that other girl. This time, I'm gonna do something. My opponent was a murderer who left no clues. I thought hard about what I could do to protect. I'll never convince her. If she gets suspicious and they arrest me, who'll save her then? The girl inside the TV looked as if she was smiling at me. And that's when it hit me. I apparently had the power to go through the TV. Then, what if I put her into the TV and give her shelter there? What are you trying to tell me? That it... The girl inside the TV, and I thought, no, once things calm down, I could just let her out again. If she's inside the TV, there... It felt as if everything was starting to come together in my mind. Could it be that Mayumi gave me that power to prevent any more victims from meeting her? Was it my mission to save people? But there was a big problem. If I explained the situation to the victim, they wouldn't understand. I had already tried that and failed miserably. It seemed the only thing I could do was to take them away. If that was my mission, I'd just have to do it.
So, since you thought people who appeared on the Midnight Channel would be killed...
Mission? Give me a break! You never stopped and wondered about any of this?
I thought I was the only one who could help them. I knew the area well, thanks to my job. I thought my job as a delivery man would be the but...
If a person is still within the TV world when the... Beginning with Yukiko-san, the people you thought you had been... It was my friends here who really saved us all.
I had a feeling that was it. When I went after that little girl and entered the TV myself...
You refer to...
The police were after me, so I had to get away. But I still felt I needed to do everything I could to save that poor little girl. That's why I went. But the TV world was complete. I knew that the three of you who I saved went back to your normal lives, so I never knew. You couldn't even get...
No. I'd probably already begun to realize that it was a dangerous place.
Wait, are you...
Yes. I wanted to know what... But in the end, I couldn't bring myself to say anything and... But all the doubts and anxieties I'd been unconsciously suppressing exploded out when I entered the television myself. I thought I was going insane. I probably did. And you know the rest. When I came to, I was lying in a hospital bed.
You really were trying to save people.
But I ended up doing just the opposite. What a fool. I always wanted to enter the world of politics and become useful to society. But after losing my job and the woman I loved, I convinced myself that world was some sort of sanctuary, and I secretly believed myself to be a hero. never doubted what I saw on TV and believed everything was as I wanted it to be. It's... I suppose so. But the things I've done are too serious. I have no intentions of running away from my crimes. I'm prepared to face the consequences. Kidnapping is already a serious crime. And on top of that, I put all those lives in...
The Midnight Channel and the other world? You can hardly be blamed for failing to understand them properly. We must apologize had we let our emotions blind us to the truth.
I guess from your point of view, people did stop dying once you started saving people. The more you did it, the more you really believed.
I'm sorry. I'm getting a little tired.
What are you all crammed in here for?
My apologies.
Wait. I beg you, please, find whoever's behind this. You children are the only ones who know about that world.
It's all clear now. He never committed any murders. It was another party who threw the first two victims into the TV.
I told you, he's almost ready to... Sheesh. I better not see you rascals here again.
Nanako-chan looks like she's... This was the last place we saw Ted.
How can he flake out like...
The police consider the matter closed. Let's revisit Saki-san.
But it's been over 6 months.
I know, but we can't give up. And you never know. Let's split up and talk to people all over. We'll meet up in the evening to discuss our findings.
I hope we can find out some...
Release yourself. Release yourself. From desire, from impulse. Logic and rationales are excuses for the weak. Release yourself. Your heart's voice. Your internal scream. In exchange for a lost voice. Grab hold of your proof of life. Never let it go.
What is this?
Huh?